Hi, and welcome to this week's The Mortgage Broker broadcast. I'm your host, Craig Skelton, and today we're getting into the topic of growth, what it means as a mortgage broker or a business owner, and why growth is personal, it's individual, and something you must define for yourself. So, for those that are joining us for the first time, I'm your host, Craig Skelton, and I have my own mortgage broker firm. And I'm a mentor and coach dedicated to helping self employed mortgage brokers and business owners. This podcast is here to give you actionable insights and strategies to build your own business and sharpen your own mindset. But before we get into today's episode, if you do enjoy this podcast, then please subscribe. Please leave a review and share it with other mortgage brokers. Your support helps us reach as many mortgage brokers as possible that can hopefully benefit from this podcast. So, in this episode, we'll cover what growth really means, how it's different for everyone, and why it's essential to focus on your version of growth rather than comparing yourself to others. And we'll also explore how growth isn't always about the numbers, it can mean better work life balance or a clearer mindset or progress in a specific area of your business. So let's get into the podcast. Like I say, today is all about growth. It's coming towards the end of January as we wrap up the first month of the year. It's the perfect time to reflect on what growth really means for you as a mortgage broker or business owner. Growth is deeply personal. It means different things to each and every one of us, and it's crucial to define what growth looks like to you, what it really looks like to you. First and foremost, growth is not a one shoe fits all kind of concept. As mortgage brokers and business owners, it's easy to be swept up in the social or industry standards of growth, whether that's building a bigger team, chasing higher income targets, or expanding into new markets. But the truth is, your growth should be tailored to your values, your goals, and vision for your life and your business. For some, growth might mean scaling the business by recruiting a team, but for others, it might be streamlining processes to free up more time to spend with family or on personal hobbies that you want to do. Both of these paths are very, very valid. What's important is that you choose a path that aligns with what you want, not what others expect from you. You need to define what growth means to you. Take a moment just to think, what does growth look like to you? And is it increasing revenue or adding more clients or building a team? Or is it something more personal like achieving a better work-life balance or learning new skills? The key here is clarity. If you don't define what growth means to you, it's easy to fall into the trap of chasing goals that don't truly resonate with you. For example, you might think that building a team is the ultimate measure of growth, but that's what others around you are doing. But building a team comes with consequences, and you have to understand that. You get more responsibility, managing others' expectations, and being brutally honest with you, you've got less time for yourself. So is that something that you really want? Or would you rather focus on perfecting a specific aspect of your business, like increasing your protection sales or generating more financial advice referrals? It's important to remember that growth doesn't have to be business related. Now, one thing that's really important but often gets overlooked, growth doesn't have to be tied to your business. As self-employed brokers or business owners, it's easy to pour all your energy into your work, but personal growth is just as important. For example, personal growth could mean focusing on a growth mindset, so shifting away from a thinking to embracing challenges, learning from feedback, and developing resilience. It could also mean setting time aside to work on your health or relationships or personal hobbies that you want to do. At the end of the day, you're not just a business owner, you are a human being. And the more you invest in yourself, the better equipped you'll be to grow your business. And just a point to remember that, and like building on from last week's episode about not comparing yourself to others, let's just look at distractions. Growth isn't about chasing the latest trends or constantly seeking advice from Facebook groups or changing your mind every 3 seconds based on new information. Let's be honest, asking a Facebook group for general advice often leads to more confusion than clarity. So you get 10 different answers from 10 different people with 10 different opinions, and you'll do that instead of taking action for yourself. You'll just feel stuck. So you need to remember to trust in yourself, trust your process and the plan that you've set for your business and for yourself. It's okay to make adjustments now and then. Absolutely. But don't veer off course every time a new idea comes your way. Consistency and focus are the keys to sustainable growth. For example, I know brokers who define growth as hitting a certain revenue target or expanding the team. They are so focused on those goals and they take steps every single day to make sure that they happen. But then on the flip side of that, I work with brokers who prioritize work life balance. For them, growth means being able to take weekends off or spending more time with the family or traveling while maintaining their business. Both of these examples sort of illustrate the same point that growth is personal. There is no right or wrong. It's all about what works for you. So, just to wrap up today's podcast and just to summarize the podcast as well, define your version of growth. Take time to reflect on what growth means to you. Write it down. Be very specific, whether it's improving a particular aspect of your business, achieving a better work life balance, or focusing on personal development. Clarity is your first step. And then trust in your plan and avoid distractions. Once you've defined your goals, stick to your plan. Don't let distractions or comparisons derail you. Remember, this is your journey and it's okay to ask for help from specialists or mentors who've achieved what you're aiming for. And remember, balance business and personal growth. Growth doesn't have to be all about business. A better mindset, more time with family, or learning a new skill can be just as fulfilling and impactful as hitting a new revenue target. It's invest in yourself as much as you invest in your business. So today we've covered the topic of growth, what it means as a mortgage broker or as a business owner, and why it's important to define your own path. We've discussed how growth is personal and individual and why avoiding distractions and comparisons are crucial and the importance of balancing business and personal development. So if you've enjoyed this podcast today, please subscribe, leave us a review, and share it with other mortgage brokers. And remember, if you're considering becoming a self employed mortgage broker or looking to start your own mortgage broker brand and business, or just accelerating your own business growth, visit my website, craigskelton.co.uk, book in a discovery call, or just send me a WhatsApp. Start, we'll have an informal chat and let's explore how I can help you achieve your goals. Next week, we've got Mark Thompson, equity release specialist, on the podcast just to talk about get his take on what the market looks like for equity release in 2025. And as always, don't forget to run your own race.